Why do I thank God for Richard Dawkins? I think it's because actually we can credit Richard Dawkins and the New Atheism for making the church kind of really pick up its theology and apologetics books again. I think to a large extent, throughout the course of the latter part of the 20th century, the church had become quite steeped in emotionalism and kind of more sentimental forms of religiosity, and
Good point.
appealing to people's,
Right.
that sort of psychological and
Sure.
emotional part of people, and had to some extent forgotten its rich intellectual tradition of Christian apologetics and reason. And I think the New Atheist frankly helped a lot of Christians to rediscover that by asking some of those tough questions. It forced them to go back to the treasures of C.S. Lewis and other great theologians. And so I was happy to see the way in which so many apologetics ministries, I think, actually flourished because of New Atheism. I mean, I don't think My Unbelievable show would have had the impact it had was there not something like the New Atheism for it to be responding to. Likewise, you saw your ministry, Bill Craig, many other apologetics ministries that really, I think, grew because they had something meaty to respond to. So to that extent, I do thank God for Richard Dawkins. And I even have friends today who are Christians, ironically, because they ran into the New Atheism. It was the New Atheism that actually opened up the God question for them. And while it might have initially caused them to think, oh, well, God can't exist. Look at these clever people like Dawkins. I think actually those who did eventually get round to looking at the other side of it realized, there's more to this than I'd thought.